we are getting towards achieving some of those things that we planned for this series. So it's good to have everyone join this call tonight. I really appreciate our presence, and as we proceed, we hope that others would join in as well. In the last couple of sessions that we had, we started our conversation around Power Apps, and we have been able to do a number of things. Um, but now I want everyone on this call, you tell me one thing you've learned so far. One thing you've learned so far. Just let's begin by that. One thing you've learned so far, just let me know. So we're
Okay.
setting the pace.
So
I've
I've
learned how
experimented.
to
Okay, okay, Mazida.
I've learned how to create um app with the table, the data I've inserted, I've input into the table, created the first step. Then I practiced another one after the class we had last week.
Okay, that's great. Well done, Mazida. Okay, let me go in the sequence that I'm looking at also my screen. So Babatope, what have we learned so far?
Hi, Musin. Good evening to you once
Good
again. So for
name.
me, let me go straight to the point. I learned that there are three ways to build app. I can either start from blank, or I start from data, or I start from templates.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Luafemi, please go on.
Okay. Apart from what they've shared, I think I have also learned how to build an app. So we just built one this evening with
Interesting.
three screen. The browse, the edit, um, the details. It's about booking lunch,
Mm,
you know. And so yeah, it's running fairly well, but not completely well. So, but at least that excites me, I would say. So
mm.
by the end of the class, I will go back and trace where the issue is coming from, and then you
Okay.
can I can send you my app to book your lunch.
That would be great. Well done. That sounds interesting. Well done. Well done. Okay, I can see Sandra. Sandra, what have you learned so far?
I've learned a lot, like everyone mentioned. Yeah, I think for me, it's how to, make your app visually appealing. So using different colors and using images, and also, picking the type of navigation for your app. So I've learned that.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Sandra. Abdulaziz, what have you learned so far?
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. I've learned um the how to how to build an app, and from what you've been taught so far, and from blank. So, and actually, I'm trying to figure out some things on my Excel, then trying to get some data. Then after that, trying to build my own personal app. Hopefully by next week, I should be able to come with my own app that I've built. So, and from the from the tutorial so far, I've been able to follow up and been able to do my own personal um, personal assignments and learned from the replay of the lesson. So far, I got something that is not that really clear to me, and yeah, I think everything is going well with me.
All right. Thank you for the feedback, Blaziz. And I look forward to seeing the amazing stuff everyone is building. Like everyone is, we all have things in things cooking already, and I can't wait to see them. So let me go to Yinka straight up. Yinka, so could you tell us some of the things you've learned so far?
Actually, I've learned a lot. I've learned how to build an app from scratch, that's from blank, also from templates, and also from data. Because after the class, I usually use the learning at the left hand side. So I do some other activities on the Power platform.
Okay,
And
that's great. And you've done what? Sorry.
I said I've learned a lot from there.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Or probably, I think maybe I'm pushing us to respond in a certain way. My questions seem to be closed-ended. Maybe I should say that what you've learned, or probably if you've not learned anything, you can also say, so we know if we are actually progressing or not. So, but thank you for the feedback. Ololade.
Hi, Musi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's a bit noisy here. Like everyone I've said, I've learned a lot. Actually, I made some mistake earlier, and I've gone back to uh, previous classes videos that you shared, and that's been helpful. And I'm still working on it. I'm sure that very soon it's going to look so nice. So I had to build the app like from the scratch by myself. Making sense so far. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you and well done. Okay, I can see Omo Tomiwa. Hi, Tomiwa. Yeah, Tomiwa, please go on. I can't hear you yet. I don't know if you're speaking. I can't hear Tomiwa. Maybe we come back to him. Okay. Hello, Baraka. Hello. Baraka, can you hear me? I can't hear but please, can anybody hear me?
Can hear you,
Yes,
Musi.
Musi, we can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks for the feedback. Okay, let me just take Oluwasegun. Hi, Oluwasegun, are you there? Oluwasegun, you're muted.
I'm here.
Okay, great. So yeah, so I just we actually taking feedbacks. So I just want to know if you've learned anything so far or not. Seems you're muted. Okay. Okay, you want to share something, one or two things you've learned so far? Shegun.
Sure, I should. Sorry, I'm just coming in, probably because of the some kind of technical issue. That's why I'm not myself at the moment, but I'm just trying to get myself because I've been battling with. So I just connected. But
Sorry
so
about
far,
that.
I've learned.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about building our first Canvas app, and
Okay.
I've been able to actually realize that some organization, and even before the platform series, I get to know that a lot of people have been in darkness. So it is what you know that way. That is when we begin to learn this. I begin to see some kind of light that there are still a lot of opportunities out there in the future when it comes to power apps. So
Yeah.
it's a very great privilege for me. So I've learned some kind of things which I know with time everything will fall in place.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shagun, for the feedback. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. It's nice hearing from us and to know that we have actually gained something. So because it's a mutual thing, we are trying to impact. We need to be sure that we are actually impacted. So that is the essence of the quick survey that we just ran now. So let's go just right in. Um, in the last session, we started something around we did some designs and we looked at an introduction to functions in Power Apps. And I mentioned to us that functions in Power Apps has a name. So there is a language for Power Apps functions. Who remembers that? What did I call the language of Power Apps? Does anyone remember? Okay, let me remind us. So I mentioned to us that it is the PowerFX, okay? PowerFX, that is the language of Power Apps. And so we looked at just a few things in that language, just an introduction to how functions actually work. So, but then, because based on our outline, today is supposed to be the last day for Power Apps. We are supposed to start Power BI tomorrow, but we have a few things to run. So what we're going to do today is that within the time that we have for this session, we will look at how we can build an app from blank. And I'm going to record on functions in Power Apps. So I'll do the recording at my leisure, and then I will share with us when the recording is ready. I was supposed to have actually done that this afternoon. I tried it, but I used Camtasia, but unfortunately I couldn't retrieve the license for that particular software. So which turned out that I couldn't record, and I wanted to record two things. And let me apologize and let me also appreciate those of us that were reminded me of the expiration of our trial environment. So what I wanted to do was that I would record on how to go about the community environment or the developer account. And the reason I'm not sharing a link with us is if I share a link with us, some of us may still not be able to follow through because there seems to be a tweak somewhere that we need to be aware of so that we all would be able to complete it at the end of the day, regardless of whether we have an organization account or not. So because if we do not have an organization account, we would not be able to sign up for a community or a developer account. So I want to do a recording on that and then share with us so that we understand for those of us that we do not have that we can always look at the way to tweak things so as to avail ourselves of the opportunity to have a developer account that we can use to practice and further our learning sojourn. So I'll try as much as possible. As soon as I'm able to retrieve the licensing for that software, I would record on the developer account, and also I'm going to record on the Power Apps functions so that we see how some things are done within Power Apps using functions to extend what is obtainable within the environment or within the Power Apps ecosystem. So, but beyond that, we'll start off today on how to create apps from blank. Although while we go on to create apps from blank, we might write a few functions, but the holistic view and a well-tailored outline of the function will be done in the recording that I will share with us. So let's just try as much as possible to follow through with what we do today, so that when we now begin to watch the videos on the functions, we would be able to quickly tie things down better. And we'll try as much as possible to ensure that we understand certain things properly. It's not about how much, but how well we understand certain things, because that will translate to we being able to, at the end of the session, undo things on our own, figure out things on our own, and be able to come up with some reasonable solutions. So let's just go right in. So before I I change the screen I'm sharing, I sent a file. I shared a file with us this evening, and we're supposed to download the file and save on our OneDrive. Do we all have that now? Please, let's use the raise hand icon. Let's use the raise hand icon. Let me know if you all have that on our OneDrive. Okay, I can see 2 persons. Okay, 3. Did some of us, we didn't get the file, or what's the challenge? Just 3 persons. Who else has it?
Did you share on WhatsApp?
It was via email.
Okay. I guess that's why. I'm not sure I got it.
Oh, sorry about that.
I didn't.
You didn't get it too, Ibrahim?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Please, could someone assist drop on the WhatsApp group? Just in a minute, please. Could someone help with that? Just drop on the WhatsApp group. So, okay, thank you very much. So please, let's watch out for it on the WhatsApp group. It will be dropped as an Excel file. So I just wanted to save it on our OneDrive. So for those of us that we have Microsoft account, let's save it on our OneDrive, the one with the Microsoft account. And for those of us that we do not have a Microsoft account, then we can use the OneDrive.live.com and we sign in with the Power Apps credentials. I think it's on the group now. So thank you, Yinka. So please, let's pick it from there. Let's pick it from there. Let's download it, save it on OneDrive while we proceed. So while I expect that we do that, let me go to my powerapps.com. And those of us that we have that already, please go to powerapps.com. Let's begin our conversation for today. So let me stop the slides. Okay. So I am on powerapps.com. I want everyone to be here. Everyone, we have to be here now. Everyone should be here on powerapps.com. And be sure of the environment that you're on. So this is my own environment. This is where I am now. Be sure, check that you are on the trial environment and not the default. So please, let's confirm as soon as we have the file and we are on powerapps.com. Let's do confirm so we can proceed.
I have the file.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sandra.
I have the files too.
Okay, thank you.
I have the
Me
file.
too.
Okay, all right. Okay, great. All right, so I think we can proceed. So now, like we all have mentioned, you want to build your Power Apps. You have 3 options. It's either, Power Apps Canvas app. So it's either you're starting from blank, you're starting from a template, or you're starting from data. And when we say we are starting from data, that means you have provisioned your data source, and it is from there that you're starting out your app. Let's get that clear. But when we want to start our apps from blank, what is happening in this instance is that we are starting our app from scratch, but along the line, we have our data source somewhere, which we are going to now link to some of the screens that we have on the app. So it's the reverse now. When we are starting our app from data, we configure our data source. Then from that data source, we go directly to link it to our Canvas app. So data source, then to the Canvas app. But when you're starting your app from blank, you're starting from your Canvas app, then eventually you would have it linked to your data source. Do we understand the direction of the flow here? Do we understand the flow? Is that clear to everyone? Is it clear? Is it clear? Please, I need feedbacks. Is it clear? Or I take it again.
I really understand. It's clear. From blank, it refers of from the Canvas, right?
Yeah. So what we're doing is the reverse. The flow for data is the opposite for the blank. But there are certain reasons why you would want to build your app from blank. There are a number of reasons for it. One of the basic reasons why you would want to build your app from blank is so that you have absolute control of what is happening on your app. Let me show us something. So let me go to the app that we built, that we have been working on. So I will edit this. And when this opens up, so this is loading, just a moment. So now we have this app here. We have our screens, okay? One of those things that we may not be able to have total control on, except that we are very keen at doing our thing, want to just maneuver things to the best of what we can do, is some of the icons that we already have on this app. If we touch them, we'll get some errors. For instance, this cancel icon that I have here, I have this cancel icon here. So if I delete this icon, I have an error, and then the error is because of the fact that this icon is linked to some other properties on my app. There is a connection between the icon and the position of what we have as the label here. That is why when I deleted that, because the position of the label here is referencing this particular icon which I deleted, you can see icon cancel1.x. So it is referencing the position of the icon. That is why I'm having this error. So for me to fix this, I may have to begin to trace back. Okay, let me go back to the label. Let me now redo the position of the label and some stuff. Another thing with this is when we start our app from data, the default is that we have a resolution like this. What I mean by resolution is that we have a mobile view for our app. That is the default that we would always have. But when we want to start our app from blank, we have an option to choose whether we want a mobile view for our app or we want a tablet view. Why would we want to have a tablet view for our app? In some organizations, they may want to restrict that all the apps that they use within their business, they are to be used on the web. They don't want anybody to use the apps on their mobile. So it would not be configured to work on the mobile. So it will be configured to work on the web. And that is when you would need to have an interface as such as that of the tablet. And you would be able to have that flexibility by default when you are building your app from blank. So let's go right in. There are a number of other benefits, but so I don't bore us with so much talks. So let me say, where is this? Let me go back. I'll go back to our, yes. So now we are here. So from the Home tab or from the Create, we can actually start to work on our app. So we want to build our app from blank. So I'll click on blank app. And when you click on blank app, you have a window like this. What is this window telling us? You want to build a Canvas app, you want to build a model-driven app, or you want to build a portal app. That is what this window is telling us. So what we want to do is a Canvas app. Then we're going to click on the Create button under the blank Canvas app. So I'll click on Create. And when I click on Create, you can see we have these options, whether a tablet view or a phone view. So for this demo, we are going to use the tablet view and we'll see some of those things that we can achieve on this particular interface. So now, but we need to give our app a name. So let's give our app a name. Let me call it training app.